Number 5. Mansory Rolls-Royce Cullinan Black Badge. The standard Cullinan Black Badge leaves the factory as one of the most commanding luxury SUVs on the planet. Mansory looked at it and decided it was not commanding enough. The exterior receives Mansory's full carbon fiber treatment. A new front apron with larger air intakes, a carbon fiber hood, widened fender arches, and a custom lighting signature that makes the already imposing Cullinan look like something from a different category entirely. The 24-inch forged wheels are designed exclusively for this build. Nothing is pulled from an inventory shelf. Inside, the cabin goes well beyond what Rolls-Royce's own bespoke program offers. Every surface is retrimmed in leather combinations that do not appear in any factory catalog. Carbon fiber detailing applied by hand, ambient lighting redesigned for this specific interior. The Starlight headlining, already one of the most expensive features in the automotive world, made even more elaborate by Mansory's interior team. Every material chosen individually. Every hour of labor reflected in the final invoice. The 6.75-liter V12 twin-turbo has been reworked to produce 720 horsepower and 1,050 newton-meters of torque. Up from the factory, 600 horsepower. Zero to 60 miles per hour in approximately 4.5 seconds. For something this large and this heavy, that number is more impressive than it sounds. Top speed remains electronically limited to 250 kilometers per hour. A standard Cullinan Black Badge starts at $475,000. The Mansory package adds over $180,000 on top of that. The final figure lands close to $880,000. That is not a modified luxury SUV. That is one of the most expensive SUVs ever built, and it is the least expensive car on this list. Number 4. Mansory Aston Martin DBX. Aston Martin built the DBX to prove that a British supercar brand could build an SUV without losing its soul. Mansory took that idea and pushed it somewhere Aston Martin never intended to go. The exterior transformation is immediate and impossible to miss. Carbon fiber dominates every surface. A new front splitter with enlarged air intakes, carbon fender vents, widened wheel arch extensions, aggressive side skirts, and a rear diffuser paired with a custom dual exhaust setup. 2 aerodynamic wings sit over the rear. Mansory fitted 24-inch forged wheels at both the front and rear, wider at the back to fill the extended arches. The car is finished in a deep color with lime green accents running across the body, the mirror caps, and the brake calipers. Inside, the same lime green carries through to the leather seats, the contrast stitching, the dashboard, the center console, and the steering wheel. Visible carbon fiber inserts appear across every panel. Individual embroidery, fine leather upholstery, and Mansory-branded details complete a cabin that feels nothing like any DBX that left the factory. Mansory reworked the 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 with a completely new engine management system, larger turbochargers, a sports air filter, and a high-performance exhaust system available in 2 configurations. Output rises from 550 horsepower to 800 horsepower, with torque climbing to 738 pound-feet, 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.8 seconds. Top speed 202 miles per hour. A standard Aston Martin DBX starts at around $200,000. The Mansory package adds significantly on top of that, pushing the total to approximately $380,000. For a car that looks like nothing else on the road and goes faster than most things on the road, that invoice is exactly what Mansory intended. Number 3. Mansory Mercedes-AMG G63 Grand Entrée. Mansory built only 10 of them worldwide, and the moment you see one, you understand why that number is so small. The entire body has been reconsidered. Forged carbon fiber dominates every surface. A new front bumper, a carbon hood with a massive air intake, widened fender arches, side skirts, and a towering rear wing that makes the already aggressive G63 look almost understated by comparison. The SUV rides on custom 24-inch wheels designed specifically for this build. But the detail that truly sets the Grand Entrée apart is one you will not find on any other G63 in the world. The rear doors open the wrong way. Suicide doors. Soft close, reverse hinged, with a mechanism Mansory developed specifically for this vehicle. 10 sets were ever built. Inside, 2-tone leather combinations that Mercedes will never offer from the factory. Carbon fiber inlays on every panel. custom stitching that takes days per panel to complete. Illuminated door sills. The start button has been moved to the ceiling. Every detail is a reminder that this is not a G63 that came from a dealership. The 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 has been pushed to 850 horsepower and 1,000 newton-meters of torque. 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.5 seconds. Top speed limited to 250 kilometers per hour. For a vehicle this square and this deliberately boxy, those numbers feel almost unreasonable. A standard AMG G63 costs around $180,000. The Grand Entree costs close to $750,000. One of the most exclusive G63 builds ever produced. And those suicide doors alone are worth the conversation. Number 2. Mansory Ferrari Purosangue Pugnator. The name comes from Latin. Pugnator means fighter, competitor, contestant. And from the moment you see what Mansory did to Ferrari's already striking SUV, the name makes complete sense. The exterior is a complete transformation. A new carbon fiber front bumper with enlarged air intakes, fender vents, a wide-body kit with dramatic wheel arch extensions, a 2-part roof spoiler, and a massive rear diffuser paired with a quad exhaust setup. Every exterior panel that could be replaced has been replaced. One-piece forged wheels measuring 22 inches at the front and 23 inches at the rear. The color is vermilion red, a shade that exists specifically for this car. Against the exposed carbon fiber, it creates a contrast that is almost impossible to look away from. Inside, perforated white leather with red contrast stitching covers almost every surface. Red carbon fiber accents on the dash and steering wheel mirror the exterior. Every detail tailored to a specification that Ferrari's own configurator cannot match. Ferrari's 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12, already the most spectacular engine in any SUV anywhere in the world, has been reworked through ECU modifications and a new 4-flow sports exhaust with active valve control. Output rises from 715 horsepower to 755 horsepower and 730 newton-meters of torque. 0 to 60 miles per hour in approximately 3.2 seconds, and the sound that accompanies it is something no turbocharged engine can replicate. Ferrari's Purosangue starts at $423,000. The Mansory Pugnator pushes well above $900,000. 7 units were ever built. And with Ferrari confirming that engines like this V12 will not be produced indefinitely, every one of these is already becoming more valuable by the year. Number 1. Mansory Bugatti Veyron Sapphire Edition. A standard Bugatti Veyron on the used market today sells for upwards of $2 million. Mansory looked at that figure and decided it was not enough. The exterior transformation is the most complete Mansory has ever applied to a single vehicle. Carbon fiber replaces every panel that could be replaced. The body is finished in a deep sapphire-inspired color with carbon fiber weave visible across the entire surface. Custom forged wheels, a revised front and rear fascia, a full aerodynamic package engineered specifically to manage downforce at speeds above 400 kilometers per hour. That last detail is not cosmetic. Engineering a road car to survive those velocities requires materials and testing that very few companies on Earth are equipped to perform. Inside, custom leather in colors that mirror the exterior theme. Carbon fiber surfaces finished to a standard that reflects the car's position at the top of this list. Every material chosen individually. Every stitch placed by hand. At the heart of this car is an 8.0-liter W16 engine. 16 cylinders, 4 turbochargers. Mansory reworked it to produce 1,110 horsepower and 1,310 newton-meters of torque. 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.5 seconds. Top speed of 410 kilometers per hour. These are not just impressive numbers. These are numbers that put this car in a category shared by almost nothing else on public roads. Price? Over $3 million. That is not just the most expensive car on this list. It is one of the most expensive modified vehicles ever built by anyone, anywhere. And what makes it number 1 is not the price. It is the fact that Mansory took a car already considered one of the greatest ever made and argued it could go further. That argument cost $3 million to make, and it is very difficult to argue with.